Hello everybody, welcome to Friday night on That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge, and look at that atmosphere there, absolutely incredible. We're live for Mönchengladbach against St. Pauli in the Bundesliga, and the exciting thing is that Neuer, who scored for Mönchengladbach last week, their youngest ever scorer, is starting this game here. So keep an eye out for him. We'll go through the team in a minute. We've not actually seen St. Pauli play for a while. Hopefully Fajita's playing. I can't... Yeah, there he is. I can see him on the far right. So, yeah, big game. But look at the atmosphere there. Fantastic. Flags are out. Scarves are out. Friday night. There you go. There's Moya. So keep an eye out for him. We'll go through the team in a minute. I think Rocco Scally there, the American right back. If Rocco Reese is probably playing. And I think this week, I'm right in saying, that he's agreed a deal to go to... Leipzig, is it? I think I'm right on that. Is he starting for them? Let's have a look. What's going on there? No, I don't think he is. What's going on there then? Why is it not doing that? Well, Tabakovic is up front. Fajita, the number 16 for St. Pauli, is a player to keep an eye on. We like him. Pereira Lage, 28, is a good player as well. I'm trying to think of St. Pauli because I haven't seen them play for a few weeks. But Rocco Reese does play for Mönchengladbach. Am I thinking of the wrong club here? How was your day, Mark? Says Carl. Very good. Had a nice weekend, nice little Thursday night away yesterday. So yeah, good. This is annoying me because I keep going into the team lineup and it's just got number 36 blank, which I think is Moya, but let me know. Did you see Rosigne say that Reece James is the best right back in the world? I also think he said that João Pedro's on a level with Erling Haaland, that Sanchez, the goalkeeper, is a good goalkeeper as well. So, yeah, I don't really pay much attention. I like Rosigne, but I don't pay a hell of a lot of attention to him. This is in Mönchengladbach. This is. It's not St. Pauli at home. Sounds cut, apparently. Let's have a look. No, it should be coming through. Coming through for me. Yeah. Oh, Reet's got a red card against Bayern last week. That's why he's not playing. Thank you very much for that. He's suspended. Very much. Thank you very much. I've got me ourselves a little beer. I actually took this from the hotel. But I didn't steal it. It was part of the room. But I didn't drink it, so. Freedom Premium British Lager. There's a local pub of mine actually that uses Freedom 4. I'm going to turn the sound up a little bit. Apparently it's a bit quiet. There we go. Refresh to fix the sound. If you've got a problem, please do share the video. Always the smoke. Always the smoke. Talking about the smoke, don't forget Baller League Monday. Big weekend of Premier League football on That's Football. We're live tomorrow for the 5:30 games and West Ham against Man City. Sunday, we've got Liverpool against Tottenham as well. But Monday, Baller League is starting. Looking forward to that. Right, we're up and running here. With regards to the game itself and how the table looks at the moment, Mönchengladbach obviously got beat by Bayern last week. Of course, Rocco Reitz got sent off in that game, didn't he? I should have remembered that, Pratt. That's on me. But the table at the moment, Mönchengladbach are 12th with 25 points. But St. Pauli have had a bit of a renaissance because they're in 16th place on 24 points. They're unbeaten in their last 3 games, whereas Mönchengladbach have lost 3 of their last 4. So if St. Pauli were to get a win here, they would go above Mönchengladbach. And remember, the relegation zone is 20 points. So both of these teams could find themselves pulled into that situation if they weren't careful. I still don't know why that's happening. Idiot. Anyway, keep an eye out for number 36. He's only 17 years of age and very exciting player every time he gets the ball. Scored last week against Bayern. Definitely a foul there, ref. Yeah, I'll tell you what, last night, watched a bloody brilliant film. Yeah, so sometimes, like, you know, it's obviously it's like all of you, isn't it? Sometimes you just got to grab opportunities. So yeah, Thursday night, Champions League football was really good. Enjoyed that. But yesterday, had a spare opportunity to have a night off. So I said to the missus, let's book a hotel, go to a restaurant. You know, going mad. But got back into the hotel room at about 10 o'clock. We'd been drinking out in the afternoon, so I prefer afternoon drinking anyway. Got back into the hotel room and Platoon was on BBC 4. I haven't seen Platoon in years with Charlie Sheen. And as I said to the wife this morning because she fell asleep, I said, I've seen Platoon a few times, but I only really saw it last night. Because I didn't really, I think in my younger days I used to watch a lot of films and I was like, oh, it's just a war film. But actually, there's a lot deeper meaning to it. And I probably should have got it before. It's a good film. It is a good film. You should check it out if you've never seen it. I think it's Oliver Stone, isn't it? Come on, the Goldbridge Devils, says Emmett. I can't wait, man. I'm so excited about Baller League. I just hope the players can, you know, gel because we've been put together. Got some, oh, what a cross! Oh, it deserved a goal. I'll tell you what, that cross into the box there was absolutely... They're the sort of crosses that it's a tap-in. Watch this cross. Look, watch. Bang. Look how he curls that. I don't know who it was, but it was absolutely brilliant. It's a shame no one got on the end of it. Tabakovic. Amit says, what Premier League watch-alongs are you doing this weekend? So Arsenal, Everton and Chelsea, Chelsea Newcastle at 5:30 tomorrow at the same time, which is, I don't know why, we never normally get 2 5:30 games. So we'll be live for one of those. I don't know what the televised game is, but we'll keep an eye on the other one. And then Sunday, Man United play Villa at 2, so I'll be doing that. And then Liverpool against Tottenham at 4:30. And then Monday, it's down to London for Baller League. We're game 2 at 20, I want to say 20 past 6. We're kicking off game 2 against Deport Rio, who are one of the favourites to win it. So I want to go out there and put a marker down, but there's 12 games, there's 11 games to play. So, and the main thing is to be in the top 4. Inda says, who's going to do United Stand when Baller League's on? Oh, I've got one of them headsets and a camera, so I'll just do it live, yeah. Good play here from Mönchengladbach, though. They've started off well. I thought they played... There he is. That's that Moya there, number 36. He's only 17 years old. He was only 17 years old. Mönchengladbach. Borussia Mönchengladbach. I can't remember what his bloody first name is. I'm just trying to give you a little bit more info. Wale Moya, that's his name. Wale Moya. He is only 17 years old. He's number 36. He has played for Germany under 16s, under 17s, under 18s. He did score last week, and he is an exciting talent in the league. Will you get Idris Elba on? I'll try. I'll ask him. I mean, look, he's a world-famous actor. But I think the problem we had with Baller League last year was that we had the streaming booth, but we were only presenting, me and Loz. So we were reliant on people getting guests in because we were sat in the booth talking all the time. I'm a manager, so I've got to go out and do manager stuff and manage games, and Loz will keep the stream going. But while I'm out, I'll be scouting. I'll be going, Ginge, fancy popping on for 5 minutes? Sharky, get yourself in there, you know, Nico. So we should get some decent guests on our stream. It is live on Sky Sports and it's live on the Baller League YouTube channel, but our stream will obviously be a little bit different. We will have the match footage, but we'll also have this sort of thing going on as well from our streaming booth. So yeah, looking forward to it. James Nolan is on our team. He used to play for United. Yeah. It's not foggy, Kyle. It'll be the crowd, this. But a good start by Mönchengladbach. I'm pleased that St. Pauli have started to get some results. I am pleased because I like St. Pauli and I would like them to stay up. And I like number 16, Fajita. He's a fantastic player. Record signing for St. Pauli at about £5 million. But I'd love them to stay up because they had a very bad run. I think they lost about 8 games in a row. Oh, just on the back post, that's gone wide. Yeah, but the interesting thing is we've got a player on our team, right? I saw a TikTok yesterday and I got very excited. We've got a player that's never played in Baller League before, and he's got a good reputation. His name's Salim. Apparently, I've never seen him play. Apparently, he's an absolute baller. And somebody did a TikTok on him saying this guy is amazing. So, tune in on Monday, we'll find out. No, I said to him, no bloody pressure. But we have got some good players anyway. We have Risky, Bilal, KJ, you know, we have got some good players. But the thing about James Nolan is he's ex-Man United youth and he's in our Baller League team. It doesn't necessarily transpire in the sense that you can be a really good player, but Baller League, it's like it's 6-a-side, isn't it? So there are players that are specialist Baller League players that would never be pro. Has anybody seen, talking about Idris Elba, has anybody seen the trailer for He-Man? I really want it to be good. I used to love He-Man as a kid. I actually like the Dolph Lundgren one, and I think it's probably crap nowadays, but I loved it at the time. Lucas says, I would love to see Frankfurt win a Bundesliga, and somebody said, LFC fan says, what Bundesliga team do you support? I don't really support anybody. I really want Stuttgart to do well. I do want Stuttgart to get in the Champions League. I think they've had a really good season, especially with Volta leaving on, you know, virtually the last. Oh, here we go. This is good play. Virtually on the good tackle there. Stuttgart have done very, very well. I reckon they'll do a Thundercats film as well, Ricey. I can see them doing a Thundercats film. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. We've already had bloody 10 minutes here. God, I've got to just check something here, but I want to make sure the sound is down. I'm sure some of you've seen it already, my Instagram post. Thunder, thunder, thunders, Thundercats. That's going to be in my head now. How's the Baller League team coming along, says Mello. It's ready. It's training on Sunday. It's got its first game on Monday. I definitely think we're the sort of team as a manager where I would say we've made a lot of signings late in the window and we've not played a game together yet competitively. So I think we might need 3, 4, 5 weeks to really get going. I'm not using that as an excuse, but it's a reality. Evening, Carl. Thank everyone who's tuning in. Denise, I did have the He-Man figures. I had Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain. I got them both for Christmas. Thing is, that Christmas always reminds me of the year before my mum and dad split up, because I remember the house I got them in, and we weren't in that house next the Christmas after that. I don't know what happened to those toys either. Feel the magic, feel the... I had Skeletor, He-Man, I had that tiger thing. Oh no, not a long throw-in in the Bundesliga. No. No, good, he didn't do it. Resist it. Don't go down that road. Oh, good block. Be nice to get an early goal. We don't like 0-0s on a Friday night. I tell you what film I really want to watch. That Roy Keane. What's his name? Saipan. I really want to do that. Will you be doing any watch-alongs for the international break coming up? Yes. Funny enough, Donald, thank you very much for your super chat. I literally was scheduling out my next sort of 6 weeks. Have like a calendar for all the matches, and although it can change, I do try and put in what matches I'm doing when. So when you get invited around your mother-in-law's, you can say, can't do it. Can't do it. It's Millwall against Preston. Yeah. Can't do it. But yeah, I was looking at the international break. I think it's the Thursday of the international break is all the games kicking off at the same time, which is great. So we'll do a stream for that. And then the Tuesday is the next round. I think you've got to do it. I think you've got to do it. I think we've got to do it. That's football, that's football. We can't cover the World Cup and then not cover those playoffs. And it's great as well because everyone's kicking off at the same time, like Ireland, Wales, Northern Ireland, Sweden, Denmark. So yeah, we'll definitely have like a big watch along of what's going on, etc. And they're one-legged games as well, so there'll be drama in that. Yeah. Which game are you going to watch? I don't know. I don't know what the featured game will be actually. Let me have a quick look here. So it's Thursday the 26th. So you've got Turkey, Romania, Czech Republic, Republic of Ireland, Denmark against North Macedonia, Italy against Northern Ireland, Poland, Albania, Slovakia, Kosovo, Ukraine, Sweden, or Wales, Bosnia. I think we've got to do one of the home nations. I think it's either Czech Republic, Republic of Ireland, or Italy against Northern Ireland. I don't know. I mean, we can change channel, but I think maybe Italy, Northern Ireland. And if it's 3-0 to Italy after 10 minutes, we can go to Czech Republic, Republic of Ireland. But yeah, I think definitely go with the Irish. Yeah, Scotland are already there. Yeah, don't go looking for them. St. Pauli on an attack here. Yeah, I think the Italy game maybe. That's a crap ball, that, isn't it? You don't get that on Sky Sports. That would be quite good on Sky. That was a crap pass, wasn't it? Well, I just think if it's a bad pass, you should say it's a bad pass. Too much ego in football. They get paid a lot of money. If I was on 100 grand a week and the commentator said that was a crap pass, I wouldn't be bothered. I'd be like, check my bank account, bro. I wouldn't say bro. It's not really me. Here he is. Fajita, lovely ball. Wanted it back. Should have laid it back to him. This is better from St. Pauli. That's a terrible pass again. Come on. Matthew Frost says, can you do the England game against Uruguay? I probably will do, but that's Friday. Yeah, so probably will. Newport says, see your hate for the Welsh. No, I just think that Italy, Northern Ireland is the best game. But I think we can play it by ear and go, if Ireland, Czech Republic becomes a decent game, or Wales, Bosnia becomes a decent game, we'll go there as well. I'll probably double screen it. It'll be an exciting night because half those teams are going to go home. You know, it's interesting, isn't it? You've got 3, 6, 16 teams who could go to the World Cup, and at the end of that night, 8 of them will be out. And then there's only 4 from 16 that are going to the World Cup. That's the 17-year-old. That's a lovely cross. Why is no one getting on the end of it? Or we could do the UEFA Nation League's playoffs CD, Malta against Luxembourg. Oh, that's at 5 o'clock. Double watch along. What are you drinking, Mark? I got it from the hotel last night. It's a Freedom. It's very nice. I think it's probably the same company. There's a local pub, Octagon, to me, and Skogan. There's 2 actually, and they have a lager called Freedom 4. It must be the same. I'll tell you what I was drinking yesterday. Really nice. Really nice. I don't really... People always say to me, what's your favourite lager? And I'm not really a lager snob, but I think I'm starting to become one because I had some lager yesterday and it was bloody lovely. It was called Hawkstone Session. So Hawkstone is a brewery and it was called Session. Because I remember now because I went to the bar to get a pint of it and I'd had one and I couldn't remember the name. And I went, can I have a pint of Hawkstone? I think it was called Hawkstone Vision. And then I realised that's the name of Toby's team in Baller League. And he went, I think you mean Session. It's very nice. FIFA says, how's this not copyright? Genuine question. I've got the rights to the Bundesliga. We've got exclusive rights on a Friday night to the Bundesliga. If another YouTuber puts this up, they'll get copyrighted. Yeah, 100%. That's why people go, oh, you get 20,000 for a Champions League game. This is locked on UK and Ireland. If you're in the United States, you can't watch this. If you're in Germany, you can't watch this. So we've got very good numbers considering this is only going out to UK and Ireland. Hawkstone is apparently Jerry McClarkson's. Oh, I don't know. I don't mind him. It's very nice. But like when I was in London last week, I had a pint of that Kronenberg Blanc. You know, like that was really nice as well. So I think I am becoming a bit of a beer snob now because I like this as well. Freedom. What happened to the Bundesliga highlights show, says 2. Well, we tried to do the Bundesliga highlights show and I liked doing it, but it used to take about 2 hours to edit it all. Then I live streamed it. So all in all, it was taking me about 3 hours to do it. But they put the highlights up on Sky on the, within 20 minutes of a game finishing, and we couldn't put them out until Thursday. So we had a bit of a cult following, but it was getting about 4,000 views. This has got to be what a terrible pass again. That was actually from the 17-year-old. It was a great pass. Tabakovic, he's going to shoot. He lays it off. Good play. Oh, straight to the keeper. They should have a Freedom Sancho, shouldn't they? Yeah. So I'm becoming a bit of a beer snob now. I've got another one to try in the second half. I think, I don't like changing. Mark says, will you be doing... Sorry, yeah, Mark does says, will you be doing all the World Cup games? No. No. I think those days are gone. It would be idiotic to do every World Cup game as a watch-along. There's too many games, and some of them are at a stupid time. Didn't do FPL this year, no, Leo. Yeah, if you want to get down to the Baller League on Monday, if you're in London, then do come down and be an ultra. Support Gold Devils. Get yourself into the corner section, 213. Or just get yourself anywhere, really. But, yeah, looking forward to it. It's live there every Monday. The kit is out, but you can't buy it at the moment. I don't know whether other kits are available, or it's just us that hasn't had it. I'm not watching the Six Nations, no. Good defending that. One more and he was in. Referee. Didn't even give me a yellow, just says play on. Well, he didn't say play on. He said foul and then let's get on with it. That'd be a yellow in the Prem. I do like the refs in the Bundesliga. That would have been a yellow in the Prem, and he's just gone. Nah, not having a yellow for that. Get up, let's get on. What's with the Fortnite sponsor on your kit? I think everybody's got it. Because I'm pretty sure when Ginge gave me his kit last time, this is the Season 1 United kit. And yeah, it's got, I think it had Pepsi on the front. I'll tell you what I'd do with that now. Wipe my arse with it, now you're a rival. Although I've just realised I've just wiped my name. I've just wiped my own name actually, because that was on the wrong side. That's backfired. Yeah, but they have a general team sponsor for everybody on the front. Ronnie says, have you got a full team now, Mark, for Monday? Yes. Got a final training session on Sunday. And then away we go. St. Pauli playing out from the back here. I bet that was Fajita. It was. If I was a Premier League club, I would be looking at Fajita. Here he is. He's got such good... Look, he's so good. He is so good, Fajita. His centre of gravity and his speed. Hopefully he'll play against England in the international break for Japan. Look at that. Look at that. That's St. Pauli fans. They're absolutely well up for it. I think that's the St. Is that St. Pauli or is it Mönchengladbach? It's hard to tell. But no, I would say, I remember like one of the first streams we did, we watched St. Pauli and Fajita caught my eye. And I said at the time, let's see how he goes this season. But he could definitely go Bournemouth, Everton, Crystal Palace, and do a really good job in their midfield. He's got a great engine, and he's good in the tackle, but his passing's really, really good, and he gets forward too. You think he's better than Endo? Well, I mean, like, Endo's had a good career. What's the guy at Augsburg, also Japanese? He's good as well. Oh, God. We watched it a couple of weeks ago. He'd be good at Brighton, Mark. Yes, he would. Is it Sano at Augsburg? Again, another Japanese midfielder. Hopefully they'll both play against England. Because I'm going to do both England games, actually, in the international break. Because they're their last real games before the World Cup. Sano, that's it, yeah. Japan could be an interesting team for the World Cup. Sano's at Mainz. I always get Mainz and Augsburg mixed up, Matthew. I don't know why. England have got Uruguay and Japan. So both in the World Cup. But it'll be interesting because I wonder if Tuchel will bow to pressure and pick Mainu and Luke Shaw. As a Man United fan, I don't think Luke Shaw should be anywhere near an England team. And I think Mainu will be slightly lucky as well. He's done okay, but I can't imagine that. I can't see who he'd take out. Lovely play by Augsburg. What a cross! Oh! Oh! It was Fajita on the back post. The Goldbridge jinx strikes again. It's lovely play. Look at this pass. Reverse pass. Brilliant play. Lovely cross. Oh, I think it was a little bit behind Fajita. He should have gone with his left foot. I've said it before, though. There'll be a few decent players that don't go to the World Cup because of injury. You get an injury now and you're basically out, aren't you? What's his name? Endo. Is he out of the World Cup? He got a bad injury, didn't he? Thanks everyone who's tuning in out, by the way. We always, tell you what, no matter what the game is, we always get a good 2,000 to 3,000, which is very good, considering we're locked on UK and Ireland, and it's Mönchengladbach against St. Pauli. But it's always good football. Just need a bloody goal. Good atmosphere. We've had half an hour already. I feel like I'm like a broken record, but I do say this: the flow of the games. It's just so quick compared to the Prem. Endo's back in a month. Oh, he'll be there for the World Cup then. Who do you think's scoring first? Well, they both had a decent chance. It's quite an open game. Hi Mark, have you had your Moscow meal yet, says Jake. No, we need to set a date for this again. Definitely do. Yeah. Hope you're doing well, by the way. It's a big weekend for you, isn't it? I've not forgot about that. Oh, we had a super chat from Ninja. He says, what are your top 5 films, Mark? Platoon's a bloody good film. I just had forgotten about it. I think there's some really good films that you forget about. Yeah, I love Heat. I love The Departed. I love Jaws, The Godfather, and probably Free Willy. No, I've never watched it. I don't watch the darts, James, no. What's artist says, have you watched Shawshank Redemption yet? It was a joke. I've seen Shawshank Redemption loads. It's a very good film. I think Shawshank Redemption is the perfect Easter film. I do have films that I watch at Easter. We tend to watch The Greatest Showman every Easter. I wouldn't be able to watch The Greatest Showman at Christmas. We always watch it at Easter. I think Gladiator is an Easter film as well. Ivy J says, which Bundesliga player do you think Spurs could benefit from? Vuskovic, he literally is their player. Plays centre-back for Hamburg. He's absolutely amazing. And he's a Spurs player. Misery with Kathy Burke is a very good film. It was on the other night, actually, Trading Cards. I remember watching that at school in English. I can't remember why. We watched it at school. Sometimes we'd watch films at school as part of our... I don't know, what it must have been English or something. I don't know. Well, you wouldn't do it in French, would you? Because it was an English film. I remember watching Arachnophobia as well. God knows what. I think our teacher just used to get bored and bring a film in. This is good play. Ah, wild shot though. Wild shot. Patrick says he used to watch films and The Simpsons at school. The Simpsons, yeah, it's very educational. Yeah, that was the chance for Vegeta. He's got to go with his left foot there. If he'd have gone with his left foot there, that would have been a goal, unless he'd missed. I remember being at school once talking about Easter. We went to the cinema. We went to the Odeon in Nottingham City Centre, which isn't there now. And the Odeon, when I used to go there, like be at the weekend with my dad, when we used to go and stay at his house, and you'd see really good films. And we went on the school bus to the Odeon, and it was like the Odeon. Then the film we went to watch was Jesus Christ. It wasn't even Superstar. It was proper crap. It was crap. It was absolute rubbish. And you sat there in a cinema watching that. I thought I could have been watching Short Circuit or Twins. It wasn't Passion of the Christ, no. We're talking about early 90s. Hey, it's in fact, you know, there's that theme at the moment of what was I like in the 90s. I mean, most of you weren't around, but I was, so I've... My Instagram is @GoldbridgeMark. What were you like in the 90s? Put up a few pictures. One of them's when we won the trophy. When I was like 16. So in the 90s, I started the 90s 11, and I came out of them 21. That's pretty good. The 90s were brilliant. And to go in them 11 and come out of them at 21, that's a hell of a decade, isn't it? You go in a kid and you come out a kid. I think that was the longest. I think that's your longest decade of your life, isn't it? I think 10 to 20 is your longest. You do so much. You change so much, don't you? Now I think about it. Started the decade in 1990 with Italia 90 and Man United were rubbish, and then came out of it with Man United being the best team in the world. Treble. He's going to give a free kick there. A bit unlucky. I don't think you could see. Yellow card. I think he's a bit unlucky there. Let's have a look. Yeah. You got to give it. I don't know about the yellow card. I don't think you can pull out. I can see why he's given the yellow card, but... Eric says, do you think Gen Z will talk about the 2020s in the same way you talk about the 90s? No, it's nobody's fault, but you know, you think about like football. You know, we started it with 1989 was Hillsborough. And, you know, 1999, and you think about all the grounds and the football grounds and the Taylor report. I don't think there was a... Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Oh, what a goal! That's what we're here for. That's live. What an absolute banger! Oh, what? That's absolutely incredible. That's Beckham-esque with a left foot. What a goal! What a goal! Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. That's live on That's Football. Frame that. That's going in the annals of history, or annals of history. That's a great goal. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Watch this back. Oh, God. It's a wonder of a left foot as well. Stoga. That is absolutely magnificent. And it's always better with the left foot. Keeper's at full stretch as well. Look out, look out, look at that keeper. He is absolutely nowhere near it. And he's jumping through the air like Superman. Oh, I tell you what, that makes the whole year worth it. That is the best goal we've seen. We you know, if we... I think free on YouTube as well, but like that to me makes it... That's it. That's one of the best goals I've seen this season. Two Silence says that's me during lunchtime football. Oh, that goal. I don't care if we don't get another goal. That was absolutely fantastic. That was absolutely brilliant. Somebody said, can we sign him for Man United? I don't know a lot about him. Honestly, I don't really know. He's probably like 28, isn't he? 32. Kevin Stoga. I knew he'd be Austrian. Austrian. What a goal. He's only played 5 times for Austria. Rangnick, call him up. Get him in the World Cup. Absolutely fantastic goal. Somebody said, does he do that often? I get the feeling he doesn't, because I think in world football, if you can do that on the regular, you do tend to be well known. And he's not a player I've ever really noticed doing these types of games. What a goal! What a goal! I'll tell you what, that'll get the crowd going. Did you ever watch Button Moon in school? Yeah, I loved Button Moon, Calvin. Yeah. Whew. I think I might have said annals of history. I meant annals of history. Sorry, I was getting excited. Wow, we've got a goal, and what a goal! Oh, I can't wait to watch it again. I love the half-time shows, by the way, because they'll show you the best 5 goals ever from Mönchengladbach or something. Lewis Hall's got to be the left back. Hazard says St. Pauli are rubbish, mate. I don't think it matters if it was Bayern Munich. You're not saving that free kick. I don't think you can call St. Pauli rubbish because they've just conceded that goal. It was absolutely incredible. Trajectory, height, curl, where it ended up. I mean, keeper's at full stretch and he's nowhere near it. Ben says, what do you think on Tudor at Spurs? I think it was a crazy appointment. I mean, I just don't know who's making the decisions at Spurs, but I can't really talk because Man United are bad. Crowd's going now. Hazard said, not because of the goal, they're just awful. They've won 3 of their last 4, and they had a very good chance to go 1-0 up. Ty says, you could be the best goalkeeper in the world and not save that. I don't think there is a goalkeeper in the world that would save that. Because it starts high, it's got dip, it's got curl. and it's fast. And I don't think the goalkeeper's position on the free kick was bad either. Here it is, look. Yeah, it's passed him before. Look at the curl on that. You don't, no way. You're not saving that. You're not saving that. No way. I tell you what, if I tried to do that knee slide as well, I'd fall over and knock myself out. No, the reason a goalkeeper wouldn't save that is because of how far it goes out and comes in. The only way you're going to save it is the closest point it is to you is when it's on the line, because it's curling back in, isn't it? And I just don't, makes it ridiculously hard to judge anyway. We don't get free kicks like that in the Prem, do we? When was the last? I mean, well, I'm sure there will be some advantages, but we just don't get many goals outside the box full stop, do we? Sky says, I see what you mean when you say other leagues are better than the Prem. The Prem has really gone to crap. It's become too stop-start, the Prem, and it's become too pragmatic. I mean, watch how quick they'll take the free kick here. They just want to take the free kick quickly. The one time I say they'll take it quickly and they actually don't, because the referee's going to tell him off. Szoboszlai, yeah, where's Szoboszlai from? The Bundesliga. Here's the 17-year-old Mayer. And to be fair, it was a free kick, wasn't it? It was a high. That was the high boot challenge. It's going to go out. Goal kick. Lewis says, ball's out of play more than it's in. Prem's brutal. Long throws. Keeper taking 4 minutes to kick it out just to go short. Awful times. Yeah, but you think about it. Even that goal kick, it was about 10 seconds from when it went out before he kicked it again. Let's say in the Premier League, it's 15 to 20. All right, it's only 5 seconds different, but if it happens every time there's a goal kick, you're losing half a minute to a minute every game, aren't you? If they're getting their throw-ins done in 10 seconds and we're taking 20 to 30 seconds, every time there's a throw-in, you know, that's the thing. They can't stop showing it. He actually rifles that as well. As much as it's a curler, he absolutely smashes it. He'd be buzzing. He'd be running around on that pitch so confident now. LV says Bayern's front three all from the Premier League. Do you think it's a coincidence? Yeah, but I guarantee you that if they were playing in the Premier League this year, they'd be stifled. Luke says, like this game went flown by, shows how much a match can be better if we had good referees. Look, I'm gonna keep chanting it and saying it. It's half time now. Get ready for the half time show because they always do good stuff. But I'm gonna keep saying this and saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it. Like, it's so true. The games go so quick because they keep the ball in way more, and it's a much better watch. As Gran says, yes. Mr. El Shamari says there'll be more goals in the second half, and that half went very quick. Says Denise, yeah, they do go really quick. I'm sure we'll see that goal again. If you were here with us live, it was absolutely fantastic. I felt like I was talking about something good, and I completely forgot. I think we were talking about the 90s, weren't we? But I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, God. Ian says, Villa will want revenge on United because United cost them Champions League football. They can want revenge all they like. I don't think they'll get it. Luke, the United fan, says, I respect St. Pauli so much. I really hope they stay up. Look at that. That's fantastic. I mean, I don't know how you get that in the Prem. It feels like a different country. Because it is. It's Germany. But oh, look at them drinking the lager as well. It's like... I don't know how we create those atmospheres. But it's probably fan ownership, to be honest. One thing I've noticed, and look, I'll put my hands up and say I'm not like this. One thing I have noticed in the Bundesliga is when Liverpool were playing Frankfurt in Frankfurt and they were winning 4 or 5-1 in the Champions League, the crowd in the last 10 minutes was all still there and all still singing and chanting. And you notice that even if your team's losing, the crowd are really, really supportive. And I don't think we necessarily have that in the Premier League because I think if you own it, you feel like it's yours more. So you're a little bit more supportive, I think, when things are going bad. And it definitely leads to better atmospheres. Chris Cooper says, I'm at the match. Unreal atmosphere. That's amazing, Chris. Love that. I tell you what, I'd like to have gone to this game. I never would have thought Mönchengladbach, St. Pauli, but the atmosphere is fantastic. Yeah, the fans do have a say in the club. Lewis says, atmosphere in Bundesliga is unmatched. I went to a game when I was over there. It was crazy. Flares everywhere. It was unforgettable. Zach says, Chris, you can't be at the game. Inspector Zach is right. He says, Chris, you cannot be at the game because you wouldn't be able to super chat because you wouldn't be able to watch it. Good point. You wouldn't be able to watch it. Oh, there it is. Keeper's position's good. Nowhere near it. Yeah, unsavable that. I think every goalkeeper in the world would look at that and go, I ain't saving that. Never in a million. All-time top 11 backheel goals. Here we go. Here we go. This is what we're here for. We love all this. COVID. Do you want to know how I know? Because it's not Man City's ground. Oh, cheeky, cheeky. Andre Silva. Whatever happened to him? What happened to Andre Silva? I remember he was like sort of being touted as the next big thing, wasn't he?
Well, it's a shame you can't see us right now because we're giving standing ovations. Look at that goal. There's not much to analyze. This is pure skill. That's slaloming through the defense, and then he's got the vision. And to put the icing on the cake, a backheel finish, it doesn't get much better and more beautiful than this.
Yeah, looking forward to the weekend. It starts here. I love doing this on a Friday night. It's like, I know it's a bit niche, but I do love it because it just starts the weekend off. I can't think of the word. A nice little chat. You know, it's the same people. You get to know the names. It's our little thing. I think the first one was better than that. Bump Gartner. Number 9. Here we go. Oh, it's old school. Looks like it's... I don't know who this is going to be. Oh, that was good. That was good. I suppose the thing about... I was going to say Bayern against Mainz. I was going to say the thing about back heels is most of the goal scorers we should know because it's a technique, isn't it? You don't get many centre backs doing it. That was good. Tib says Bundesliga nights are the best nights. We can't do it next week. I wanted to do it next week. It's Leipzig next week, and I like Leipzig, but Man United are Friday night football next week. And someone said, what will happen when Man United play? Well, it's in my contract that I can't do it, so we can't do next Friday, which is annoying. Because I'd like to watch Leipzig. Keeper should have saved that. What are we saying? Keeper should have scored. Keeper should have saved it. Demirovic. Demirovic. Yeah, keeper's got to clatter everybody and save that. Yeah, I still think he should have saved it. Does that carry us in goal? Oh, old school Bayern. Could be Alba. It's going to be Alba. Yeah. Yeah. That was good. That was good. Because he controls it. Oh, that was tidy. That's got to be the best. I'd be surprised if anything beats that. That was absolutely brilliant because he controlled... Watch him. Controls it and then does it. Brilliant control. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That was gravy, that was. Bisto. Nah, that wasn't that good. That's not better than Alba. If this is in order, is it top 11 on order or what? I don't know what this one is. It's got a dog on a bike on it. Let's have a look. Oh, it was good. It was good, but it wasn't better than Alba's. Nah, he knows what he's doing, but Klopp, look.
Arriving. And Rance, the cross comes Bailey's way. The backheel finish is outrageous. Oh,
Leon Bailey. I bet Villa fans wish he'd do that.
Yeah, what an inventive finish, but even the move before was well constructed. This nice little passing.
Good. I think it deflected though. I think there's a little bit of a deflection on that.
That's good football. A little 1-2, early ball, don't give the defense a chance.
Yeah, deflecting. I think keeper would have saved it. Maybe take points off that. I've seen a back heel volley. So have you. I didn't know that was going to happen. Vuskovic on loan from Spurs. He is. Didn't it this season? There we go. That's not the one I've seen before, but I can't even see it. There we go. That's studs. Look at that. So well, that's going to take some beating. That was very good. Oh, I'm interested to see what this top 3 is. Oh yeah, they're all volleys now. Thomas, also this season. Oh, that's technique. That's a lovely goal, that is. No, the one I've seen is where they do it over their heads and overhead. They go like that. I can't remember it was. It's like an overhead kick, but they go forward instead of back. I think it was like, I actually think it might have been in the 80s. Oh, that was good. That's the best of the lot. That's the best of the lot, that one. Watch this. Oh, and it goes in the top corner. That is definitely the best. Oh. Imagine if the ref ruled it out for high foot. I'd probably just do a tombstone on him and say, he ruined my career. Giroud is done. Oh, Giroud's done one as well, yeah. I know the Giroud one you're on about, Abs, yeah. This could be a good one because it's old. Oh no, it's just individual. I still think the volley one was better.
Just sit back, football supporters around the world, and enjoy. Grafich. Nobody can stop him. Lel can't. The goalkeeper can't. And take a look at this.
A couple of super chats to catch up on. I've done that from Chris. Are you excited to see United in the Champions League next season? I don't think they have ever played in the new format, says Mohammed. No, we haven't played in the new format because it's only the second year of it and we weren't in the Champions League last year. So I am very excited and I think we will get it, to answer your question. And Jacob says Leipzig are the only ones where 99% of Red Bull decide. Yeah, and that's why they're not very popular in the Bundesliga, isn't it? Yeah. That was good. I enjoyed that. Right, I've got this second beer tonight. We've already tried the Freedom beer. This is called, I don't know what, I don't know. It's called Bunny Hop Hazy Pale. And it's Purity Brewing Company. It is nice. I think these beers you get in the UK that are done like, you know, independent breweries, they do have a nicer taste. Not bad. It's not bad. It's alright actually. We're doing me for the second half. Slanky did one against Man City this season. Ian Villa says, you predicted that Arsenal are going to win the league. What's your predictions for the Cup? I think that Carabao Cup... Look, I think Man City can beat Arsenal. And they could play each other in the FA Cup. The league, obviously, they're going to play each other in the Carabao Cup. I can't see Arsenal winning all of them. So... I think Man City are out of the Champions League, so they're not stopping Arsenal there. Arsenal could win the Premier League and the Champions League. I think Man City could win the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. Or it could be 3-1. I don't think it'll be a clean sweep if that's what we're trying to say, because I don't think that will happen. I'd be surprised. Anyway, we've had an absolute banger of a goal. Oh, what's wrong with my glasses? Very dirty. There we go. Sorry, I just lost the live chat there. Players are coming out for the second half. Did you see that Napoli are going to activate the buy clause? I think I saw that last night, yeah. Bittermove says, I can't see anyone beating PSG. I can't see anybody beating Bayern Munich. But I think Arsenal's positive is that it'll only be one game because they're not on the same side of the draw. I think over 2 legs, Bayern Munich are going to be very difficult to stop if they can keep all their players fit. I think they'll be very, very difficult to stop. If you're coming down to the Copper Box on Monday, a lot of it's sold out at the moment. Our section 213 and 214. But you can still get tickets in section 202. We're trying to basically take over a whole area of the ground for the Baller League. But get yourself down. It's going to be a good atmosphere. Got to decide what outfit I'm wearing. I'm trying to take on Ginger's fashion show coach, basically. As I said to him, his coach is more interested in a fashion show than actually coaching, by the looks of it. So yeah. I'm thinking about a leather jacket on Monday. Go for something a little bit, you know, out there. Dress like Simeone. What does Simeone dress like? Never even thought about him. Yeah, I do like the black suit, black tie, black shirt. Mark, are you doing the 3 o'clock watch-alongs or Arsenal tomorrow, says Plan? I don't even know what the 3 o'clock games are tomorrow. Luke. Wrexham are beating Swansea 1-0. I'm not doing 3 o'clocks tomorrow, no. Burnley, Bournemouth and Sunderland, Brighton. No. I'll do Arsenal, Everton and Chelsea, Newcastle. Which game's actually on the telly, though? Dress like the Undertaker. If we lose all our bloody games, I will. Are they both on the telly tomorrow? Oh, that's good. I didn't know whether they put them both on because it's 5:30. One of them must have been moved forward because of it was a Sunday game then. Well, Brem's just said, why are the 2 Premier League games on at 5:30? I think they've moved one because of the Champions League. Anyway, we're up and running for the second half. When's the next Baller League game you're managing, Mark? Every Monday. 11 fixtures. Starts on Monday. Arsenal was the 12-15 match, but they moved it due to Arsenal playing on Wednesday night. Okay, that's why they're both on telly then. You can move a telly with a buyer's game and it still be on telly. Can't believe Reina is always on the bench for Mönchengladbach. I mean, I remember him being at Dortmund and there was very high hopes for him. Will he be in the US squad? Got any Americans watching? Will Reina be in your squad? Yeah, it is Gio Reyna, Jade, yeah. Kyle says yes, he will. I am going to do the Man City West Ham game. Yeah, I'm predicting West Ham win, Reese. So probably jinx them beyond recognition. No, not the Rayner who used to be Liverpool goalie, the maddest. Gio Reyna, he was an American player, like a number 10. He was at Dortmund. He's at Mönchengladbach now. Had a lot of injuries. He has had a lot of injuries. But he never gets in the Mönchengladbach team, and I would have thought like he'd definitely be a starter, but he's not. Matt says he's in and out of the squad. Issues with the previous hierarchy at the team. Seems like an ego thing from him and his family. Oh. I mean, what is... There's a lad who plays for Mönchengladbach, Scally, who's actually quite decent at right wing back. I don't know whether he gets in the team as well. So their last game was against Uruguay and they won 5-1. Rayner was part of that squad. Dest. Tillman. Scally was on the bench. Seems like there's a few players missing there, though. Maybe because it was a friendly. I feel like there's a lot of players missing from the American team that I would have thought would have been in it. McKennie. And what about Tyler Adams was probably injured. What about the guy Musa? Does he not play for them anymore? I remember him in the last World Cup. He was really good. Don't know where he plays now. He was at AC Milan, wasn't he? Musa. He looked really good. Career mode legend. He was very good. Yeah. Anthony Robinson as well. Yeah. Pulisic is probably never fit. He's at Atalanta. I don't know whether he gets in the US squad though. He doesn't look like he's been in the last few. Liam says it's a bit depressing how Iran are pulling out of the World Cup. Football and, well, it's not even politics. Well, I suppose it is politics. It's war, isn't it? Unfortunately, it's not for some of us of a certain age. It's not the first time. I was literally talking about this because I was saying like my Baller League team. We're a bit like Denmark from the Euros in '92. Denmark in Euro '92 weren't even in it. They hadn't qualified. And they had to come in as a late replacement because of the war in Yugoslavia. Because Yugoslavia had qualified and then there was a war, so they didn't play. And Denmark came off the beach and won it. So it's not the first time it's happened, if it happens. But it is a shame, obviously, because football, you want it to be. You don't want things like that stopping football. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Make sure you subscribe. Lots and lots of watch-alongs coming up over the next week because we've got the Champions League second legs on Tuesday and Wednesday. Some of which are going to be very interesting. Galatasaray, Liverpool, Arsenal, Leverkusen, Newcastle, Barcelona. I can't see Chelsea or Man City coming back. I can't. Oh, what's up with those? Or Spurs, yeah. I think Arsenal will go through. I think Liverpool will go through. I think we might lose the rest. Zach says, when are you planning to retire from YouTube? Just a genuine question. Well, I'm only 46, and I think I'm quite a young 46, so... God, if you saw me manage a showdown with Ginge and KSI, I'm probably more 26 than 46, the way I behave. So, look, health, willing. I mean, look, I've had friends who are no longer with us, and I'm fully aware of how quickly things can change. But... no, I enjoy doing it. I mean, look, if you'd have said to me a year ago we'd have Friday night football with the Bundesliga where we can just sit and chill and chat and watch bangers like we watched in the first half, then I'd love to stick doing this every bloody Friday for the next 20 years, to be honest. Well, St. Pauli are starting to push more now. But it's Mönchengladbach on the attack. Oh, it's going end to end now, isn't it? That's a foul. That's a foul. And he's kicked the ball away. You're getting booked. Yeah. He gave him no choice, Tabakovic. You kicked the ball away after I blow my whistle. Yeah. You know it. You know it. Stonewall yellow, says TTV. Do you like Columbo, Mark? Says Chester. I used to watch it a lot. Mr. El Shamari says, who do you think will win the DFB Pokal Cup this season? The semi-finals are Leverkusen, Bayern and Stuttgart, Freiburg. Stuttgart are the defending champions. I can see a Stuttgart-Bayern final. I mean, look, Bayern this year are just on a different level, aren't they? So, I mean, look, it's not always the case that Bayern do the double, is it? I mean, they have done it, but it's not always the case, and they didn't do it last year. But I think this year, it's going to be very hard to stop them. But I can see it being a Bayern Stuttgart final. Ronan says, do you think a lot of the Premier League clubs are going to be looking a lot at Bundesliga teams this season for transfers? Well, I do, because I think that, as we saw last season, there was a few coming in, and I think there's some very, very interesting players out there. And you can get good value for money. Diamonde at Leipzig looks like a highly likely to come into the Prem. But I think there's some good bargains for the... Obviously, I think a lot of the signings last year were high profile. Voltemada at Newcastle, Liverpool bought 2 or 3, Man United with Sesko. But I do think that there's some... Ooh, shot over the bar. I do think there's some bargains for the likes of your Crystal Palaces, your Brightons as well. Mark, can you speak German or any other language, says David? 9. If Arteta doesn't win the league this year, do you think Arsenal fans will turn on him? Mate, MB, I think Arsenal... I can't get my head around it. I don't think any football fan can get their head around it. I think Arsenal have got fans still who must want them not to win the league, because any time they lose a game, it's I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. So it must be killing them inside. It's incredible, but it's crazy. I mean, Arsenal have probably never had a season like this in their history. Maybe Wenger, but have they ever been top of the league in the Carabao Cup final, still in the Cup and still in the Champions League at this, in mid-March? I don't know. There's a question to Arsenal fans. Have you ever been... Doesn't mean you're going to win anything, but on the 13th of March, have you ever been top of the league in the final of the Carabao Cup, still in the FA Cup quarterfinals, and still in the Champions League? I mean, I don't think they've... I don't think... You can't moan about that. Any plans for the weekend, says Zach? Mainly football. Seb's got a match Sunday morning. Man United are at 2 o'clock. Liverpool Spurs at 4:30. And then tomorrow it's a little bit later, but 5:30 and then 8 o'clock. So it's mainly football this weekend. Goal! 2-0! That's probably the match. Mönchengladbach. He took it well. I think St. Pauli are going to find it difficult now. They're going to have to open up a lot more. Nice to see a lot of younger fans in there, isn't it? Should the keeper do a little bit better here? There, have it. What's going on under the blanket? Is it that cold? I'll give a weather report in a minute. He seemed to hit it well. Did well to keep it in. Lazy it off. First time hit. Is the keeper beaten by the power? Oh, I think it's a deflection, isn't it? The deflection takes it past his hand. That was good play by Scally. Yeah, keeper can't save that. Slight deflection. Stops him following the trajectory. Yeah. I sounded German then. Yeah. Honorat makes it 2. He's had an interesting career, Honorat. He hasn't actually. He was at Brest before he was at Mönchengladbach. 25 goals in 103 games. He's got 7 goals for Mönchengladbach. Never played for France, but is French. Kastrops to United, cheap and future Valverde, Suzuta. Do you think? I mean, he is playing for Mönchengladbach. Only 22. Mönchengladbach are a good team. I don't know what they're doing with their left backs because... What's his name? I think it might be Ulrich. Let's have a look. Yeah. Ulrich is a decent left back. He's 21. He's on the bench. And what was the name of the left back I had in my career? Netz, Luca Netz. He's not even on the bench. Might be injured. He's a good left back as well. He's only 22. He signed for Forest? When? Forest signed defender Luca Netz from Mönchengladbach. 2nd of February 2026. Oh, that went under their bloody radar. No wonder he's not playing for Mönchengladbach. Has he actually played any game? Has he played any games for them? I doubt it. They lost last night, didn't they? Doesn't even get on the bench. He was on the bench for the City game. I didn't even know he'd gone. Well, well, they've got... The thing is, that makes sense from Mönchengladbach because they had Ulrich and Netz, who are both like 22. Good young left backs. But well, Ulrich doesn't even get in the team and Netz is gone. Have you seen the new black and white Dortmund kit? It's a retro lifestyle kit. Let me have a look. Oh, I don't like it. I think it's a bit simple. But if they want to send me one, I'll tell you what away kit I do like. I like this one. Leipzig. And oh, look at that. That's what German clubs should be doing. Sending us merch that we can promote on the actual Bundesliga live stream on a Friday night. I like the Arsenal have got a black kit this year. I have seen Real Madrid had a nice black one. Dortmund have had a nice black one. It was all black. Jack says, did you have any My Little Pony toys? No, I didn't. My sister did, and she had them Care Bears as well. He's good, this left-hand side player for St. Pauli. He hasn't really got forward that much in this game, though. I've got too many kits. I mean, I'm never going to wear them, and I've got loads of kits. I've got a Real Madrid black kit with Zidane on it that I did with Ellis Patton when I went down to classic football shirts. I've got loads of classic Man United ones as well, but I'm just never going to wear them. I've got 2 long sleeve shirts from this year, and they are nice, but I just don't wear them. And if I wear them on stream, people go, "Wow, Glazer." If you could go to one Bundesliga stadium, which one would it be? Well, Kyle, everyone else can get involved in that as well. I mean, I would like to go to Dortmund and be in the wall or whatever it's called. But I actually don't think it's about how big it is. I think it's about how much you enjoy it, because the atmosphere at Cologne and Hamburg is amazing. On the back post. Oh, I don't know whether you should. Maybe should have tried hitting that first time. And again. Corner. Can you feel? Apparently Spurs, from David Ornstein, says that Spurs are actively working on candidates to replace Tudor if they decide to make another change. Well, they're going to make another change then, aren't they? Not actively work on them and then, you know, keep him. I agree with Lewis. I think generally all round there's just some great atmospheres in the Bundesliga. Maybe if I do well in Baller League, I might get the Spurs job. You know, just somebody who comes in and motivates. This is a good comment from Paul. He says, as a German, Hamburg or Frankfurt are the 2 top right now in terms of atmosphere. The yellow wall only really turns up in Champions League nights. I think you're right about Frankfurt. Because I was talking about Frankfurt when they played Liverpool in the Champions League, and the atmosphere just kept going. It was great. I also think Hamburg, when we've done it, actually one of the first games we did was Hamburg St. Pauli for the Hamburg derby, and it was fantastic. Cologne are always great away. Chaos Theory, thanks for your super chat. He says, nice Leipzig jersey, Mark. Reminds me of the United one you have in the background, because I also have that as well. Have you seen the new Baller League kit? Because I've sort of modelled it on that. The blue and the black. That was the whole reasoning behind it. A lot of people have said, why aren't you playing in red? They didn't have a red kit design for us. We couldn't have red, and I don't know who else plays in red. I don't know why we couldn't have red, but we couldn't get a red kit. It was white or a blue and black, and I went with the blue and black. The white kit was a little bit like the United away kit from a couple of years ago, where it's got the black and the red stripe on it. But I don't like playing in. I've never really been. Oh, Vegeta! Lovely run. Oh, he just couldn't get it out to shoot. N5 wear red, says Kyle. Yeah, they do, because it looks like an Arsenal kit. I tell you who's got a lovely kit this year in Baller League. I think it's Vision. Oh, it's like a Juventus kit. It's really nice. Go to a Mönchengladbach game, Mark, says Chris. I would. It's a nice ground. That was something I was going to check as well. It's going to snow tomorrow in Mönchengladbach. It's raining at the moment. It's 4 degrees. Where is Mönchengladbach? Don't say Germany. Oh, it's quite central. Oh no, it's not central. It's right next to the Netherlands. That'd be a good place to go there. It's near Cologne. Can't wait for Goldbridge ball, says Oliver. Well, I can't either. Go on, shoot! Someone needs to have a bloody shot. He should have had a shot on the edge of the box there. You're 2-1 down with 15 minutes to go. Honestly, best atmosphere in Germany, says Chris. Who's coming up? Schalke were top a couple of weeks ago. And still are, but only by a point. It's Darmstadt in second on 49, Elversberg in third on 48, Paderborn on fourth on 47, and Schalke are top on 50. So 3 points separate the top 4 in the Bundesliga 2, which is incredible, really. But then this is a crazy league. You've got 3 points in Bundesliga 2 separating the top 4, and then at the bottom you've got 3 points separating the bottom 6. There's no basically there's not really a mid-table. That is crazy, that. Dr. G says Gladbach's a good little zone, can fly into Dusseldorf, Leverkusen, Cologne and Dortmund, not a million miles away. Used to drive through on way back to UK as I lived in Germany. What's for dinner, Mark, says Abdullah. Oh, I had a lovely dinner. I had like sweet potato mash, lovely chicken in a nice marinated rub, salad, and then this like garlic ali, what do they call it? I always get the name wrong. Aioli. Be good if St. Pauli got a goal back just to make it interesting in the last 10. They seem scared to shoot. Could be 3. Hanra Hats through. Oh, lovely. What a first touch. Oh, unlucky, mate. What a first touch that was. That, if you're ever through in that situation, the way he plays his first touch to come across the defender kills him. Look. He's much quicker than their defence, to be fair. They weren't catching him anyway. Very unlucky. He could have squared it. He could have done a sweaty. He could have done, actually. But, well, no, he couldn't have done because that was a foul. The ref gave a foul there. Yuri says, I'm not sure if it's still the case, but for most of the season in Bundesliga 2, the bottom teams had scored more than the goals at the top. Teams at the top. So Schalke have scored 35, which is horrific. Because Darmstadt have scored 48, Elfsberg have scored 44, and Paderborn have scored 41. So the team who are bottom of the league have scored more goals than the team who's top. Paul says that's because Schalke are by far the best defensive side. Oh yeah, you remember I was telling everybody, like, for the last week I was feeling nauseous a lot of the time. I've sort of figured it out. You won't believe what was causing it. It's strange. It's really strange. So basically, this chair has a thing on it where you can make it. Well, I'll do it now. So at the moment, if I go back, it's locked. It won't move. Yeah. If I pull this thing here, I can go like that. Yeah. So it's moving around like that. Yeah. So basically, I changed it about 10 days ago to that because I thought it would be good for my back to get some more mobility. And that coincided with me starting to feel nauseous when I was sitting down. And it's motion. It's the motion. Because I felt really sick at lunchtime again. I'd been out, everything like that. I felt absolutely fine. Hadn't eaten anything. Got home, was doing some work. And as soon as I sat down, I started to feel nauseous. And I was like, what's going on here? And of course, I do that a lot. I am moving about a lot. But it stops because it's rigid. But when it's like that, that moves with me. So I was getting like motion sickness, nausea from it. But anybody will know I do suffer with it because I remember playing Resident Evil a few years ago, live streaming it, and I couldn't play it. I had to stop playing it because it was making me feel sick. So I do suffer with motion sickness. I get it from some computer games as well. The bloody player cam gives me motion sickness. It's ridiculous. I get it when I sit in the back of a car as well. I don't like it. I can't read in a car. I'll get it. It's not very nice. Anyway, on to brighter things. This has been a good game. 2-0, an absolute worldie, end to end. I think St. Pauli struggle because they don't have a lot of quality in the final third. Defensively, they're okay. Their midfield is okay. But up front, they could do with a genuine threat, really. Chris Cooper says, shout out to the Mrs. Gemma coming to the game with me, even though she's not got a clue what's happening. Yeah, but she's probably loving the atmosphere. Get yourself on some of that German beer. She'll have a good time. I don't think St. Pauli will go down. Wolfsburg are so bad this season, and their next game is against Hoffenheim, which is tough. So I think the 4-point gap will remain. Do you agree, Mark? Says Mr. El Shamari. I think in relation to who's going down, Heidenheim, I said, would go down weeks ago, and they will. Is it bottom 2 and then a playoff for the third? Or is it bottom 1 and a playoff for the second bottom 1? Because Wolfsburg are really bad. They shouldn't be going down, but Eriksson. It's the Eriksson factor. I've got to say, when Eriksson went to Wolfsburg and we started doing the Bundesliga, I did think he's gone to the wrong league, because the Bundesliga is quick. You know, like, I know he can't go to Italy because they won't let him because he's got that heart thing, but I did think Eriksson in the Bundesliga doesn't work. Hello says 2 go down and 1 goes into a playoff. That's quite good then, yeah. So I think Eriksson probably picked the wrong league. Yelp says Wolfsburg haven't been relegated for like 30 years. Crusaders FC are on an 8-match losing streak in Northern Ireland. Can you congratulate us, please, Mark? Says Smith. You want congratulating for that? Flares in the stand. It's just normal here. Who's your favourite team in this league, Mark? Says Barreled. I do like Stuttgart. I like St. Pauli. I like Cologne. I like Hamburg. To be honest, I like Mönchengladbach. There's not a lot of teams I don't like, really. I think Heidenheim need to go down. I think that does need to happen. We're every Friday night, but I can't do next Friday because I'm so annoyed. Like if I was doing next week, I'd be going, what a game. Leipzig against Hoffenheim next week is a brilliant game at 7:30, and it would be a brilliant game, and I'd be very, very excited about it. But I can't do it because Man United are playing Bournemouth. That's arguably typical because I think it's probably the best game we've had on a Friday night. It's third against fifth, and there are only 2 points between them. So it's very annoying. I can't do a double watch along because how would you play the rights and do? I couldn't do it. But we might be able to stream the game, but I won't be on it. So Friday next week is Leipzig, Hoffenheim, but we can't. Well, I can't do it because Man United are playing Bournemouth. And then in April we're back with Hoffenheim again on Friday the 10th of April. Hoffenheim are having a great season. St. Pauli Cologne on the in April as well. That'll be a big game. Almala. Mönchengladbach. Coppen TV says, I'll do it, Mark. Good header, but just wide. Well, I would like to do it anyway because it's third against fifth, but also a few interesting players and certainly in the Leipzig side. Diamonde. What do you think about Leverkusen? Chance they beat Arsenal, says Abdul. I think Leverkusen did really well against Arsenal. And I was, you know, obviously I have a soft spot for the Bundesliga because it's amazing that we have the rights on a Friday night. And I thought Leverkusen did a really good job against Arsenal because man for man, Arsenal have got a much better team. But they played good football, Leverkusen. They passed it around. And they played with intensity. They didn't play a low block. So I thought they did quite well. I think Arsenal will do them at the Emirates. They were very unlucky. It wasn't a penalty. I agree. I think a draw was a fair result, but that wasn't a penalty. Can Terry do the United watch along, mate? Imagine that. Goldbridge isn't doing the watch along for United because he's doing Bundesliga on Friday. I said from the start that if United play on a Friday night, I'll be doing United. And I'd want to watch United. I'd want to watch United, 100%. I think that'd be a tough game for United as well. Scarce says, I support Mainz now because of your Bundesliga watch along. And what's your thoughts on Mainz? Well, they could go down, mate. 3 draws in the last 3 games. They need to turn them into wins. Got a very good midfielder in Sano, but I mean, St. Pauli are 3rd from bottom now. Mainz are on the same 4th from bottom. Cologne as well. I'd hate to see Cologne go down, having just got back. It's competitive though. It's a competitive league. Who've Bayern got this weekend? Weekend fixtures in the Bundesliga. Frankfurt play Heidenheim, so that should be 3 points. Dortmund play Augsburg, so that should be 3 points. Leverkusen host Bayern. And that's a great game to have to play before you play Arsenal, isn't it? Hoffenheim, Wolfsburg, Hamburg, Cologne, Freiburg, Union Berlin, Werder Bremen against Mainz is a big game, and Stuttgart play Leipzig on Sunday at 6:30, which is quite a big game as well. I don't know what the German teams did last night, because obviously there's a few of them playing on Thursday night. Good result for Villa against Lille. Stuttgart lost to Porto at home. So they're probably going out, Stuttgart. Porto are having a very good season. And Freiburg lost in Genk as well. Mainz are in the Conference League. They drew 0-0. Bloody hell, Palace drew 0-0 at home to AIK Larnaca at Selhurst Park. I think they'll beat them away. About 2.5 minutes left of this into stoppage time. Forest lost at home as well. Who do you think will be the next Leverkusen in the Bundesliga and break Bayern's dominance? I mean, this is an exceptional Bayern team. I mean, I think Bayern have won Bundesligas with teams a lot worse than this one. This. Oh! Is he going to stay? Keeper did well to get back. Corner, made a mistake, but did really well to get back. This Bayern side's very good, and how many players are they going to lose? Luis Diaz will be there next year. Harry Kane will be there next year. And I think Elise will be there next year. Keeper did well there, to be fair, after a mistake. I agree with Plan. I actually think Bayern are the favourites to win the Champions League. It won't be easy, but I think they will. So the next team to win the Bundesliga other than Bayern, it's hard to predict at the moment. You'd probably always guess Dortmund, wouldn't you? Well, thanks everyone who's tuned in tonight. 2,500 is absolutely incredible. So thank you everybody who's been involved in the show tonight. I really enjoyed it. As I say, I can't be with you next week, and then it's the international break. But we will be back in April with Bundesliga action. I'm hoping to get out to a game before the end of the season. It's when their fixtures are a little bit late in coming through. What's your favourite Oasis song, says Ian. Check at Goldbridge Mark Instagram story and you'll know. Because I used it for my 90s flashback. 80s would be... I couldn't do an 80s flashback. Tomorrow we are watch-alongs, but not till 5:30. There's 2 at 5:30. It's Chelsea, Newcastle and Arsenal, Everton. And then 8 o'clock it's Man City, West Ham. Sunday we've got Liverpool, Spurs. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Champions League. Could be another goal here for Mönchengladbach. They've got time. He's got to wait. And he shoots wide. And that's the final whistle. There we go. An exciting end to the game. 3 big points for Mönchengladbach. They needed those. It moves them up the league away from any potential relegation issues. I think Mönchengladbach are too good to be going down. I think Mönchengladbach are a decent side, mid-table Bundesliga side. But we saw a worldie. We saw an absolute worldie tonight. And it's been great. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Friday nights. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget, if you want to get yourself down to the Copper Box on Monday and support the Gold Devils, get you just type in Baller League tickets, match week 1, or come down match week 2. Be great to see you there on Monday in our first ever game in the Baller League. But I will see you over the weekend, I'm sure. Thanks everyone for watching. Stay safe, take care, and thank you for spending the evening with us, or the day with us, watching this today. What a banger it was. There he is. Thanks for watching. Speak to you in a bit.